Welcome to this Clubhouse update, and today's video we're looking at a new template called Gain. Now Gain is a sales page template, and it's a pretty long form template which includes lots of our elements that you can use to show images and benefits about your product. So let's take a look at it on the screen here. You can see straight away, you might notice that there's like an animated background going on in the head section. Now this is using an animated GIF that we've created and applied to the row. I'll show you that when we jump inside the live editor, but you can see if you're looking at it, it does actually catch your eye quite nicely, and it just keeps you focused really on what you're looking directly at, the headline and the buttons sort of in that section there. Obviously depending on how big your screen is, my screen's quite big actually, this whole top section is covering across the top and I can see the bottom area. But it's quite nice, it's just a nice subtle effect that really just keeps the user engaged in that page and keeps you looking at what the animation actually is, although it's just really a background that sort of just changes across. There's nothing, the image isn't really changing as such, but nice little things like that to sort of just keep people engaged in your page and keep them focused on certain areas. Sometimes these images in the background or even videos can actually distract people away from the initial task or the call to action that you're trying to make. So bear that in mind when you're creating any kind of animation or video background. Does it distract the user from your task at hand? So here it is, the page. We're looking at the headline. You've got a nice crisp font headline, white font on that darker background that's behind it. The image itself is actually a fixed image. You can see if I scroll a bit, the image is fixed there in the main overall page settings. So there's an image and then you've got the animation on top. You can see straight away we've got the links here. So we've got Take the Tour, which opens up the overlay optimizer. Inside that we've included the video, so perfect if you're doing a tour of something, maybe a product that you're selling, or if it's an event, that kind of thing. And then over on the right we've got the Get Started button as well, which is just a link which you could obviously link through to a page, a sales page, or an order form. And below that we've included straight away the featured on. So these are big brands that you've recognized with, maybe you've been featured in. Instantly gives that recognition, that brand recognition to the user, and adds a nice bit of authority to your product or to yourself, whatever it is you're selling. So these logos are instantly recognized. These are obviously big TV brands, so people recognize them. But if you've been featured in people or businesses in your niche, then get them into there and put them right at the top of the page if you're using this sales page. Now let's drop down. We've included here into our benefits type section, we've included our step graphic here. And you can see we've got the image over on the left. So you've got your image and then your product sort of benefit driven headline here with your text underneath. And we've used this section all the way down. We've got the steps. You can see we've got step 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. It goes down to highlight, maybe highlighting features of a module or course, whatever it is you're actually selling in your product. So clear descriptions, nice bit of white space breaking up all them benefits there. And then we drop down into our experts features or our testimonials. Good place to get in your social proof. Nice pictures of your customers if you've got them, and their name and their company. You can always link to their company if you wanted. And then below that, just a little quote from them. Good bit of social proof. It's always good to include these in long sales page, especially in products. If you have a high price product, you definitely want to get some social proof on there. And then we drop down into another little bullet section using the custom bullet icons, place where you can include more benefits in your page. You've got these little custom icons here that we've created for this template. And then below that into a screenshot of this. For example, this is a members only training area, so you could switch that out with one of your own images. And then we go into a stats type row. We've included some figures using just large fonts and then a smaller headline underneath it. So good place to put in some stats if you have them, something relevant to your product. And then we drop down into another testimonial, bit more social proof as we go down into another benefit section below. Again, using all the default elements included inside OptimizePress, headlines. We're creating the nice font here, and then we've got the Take the Tour button here, which opens up the overlay optimizer again. So you could use this maybe to show a different video about your product or a different tour if you're doing like a tour for an event. But you could use this. This has been closed down from the top. Obviously, you can just switch out the content that's inside the overlay optimizer to mix things up, show people different parts. If you have longer videos or you have more videos, you could obviously show them different content in the overlay optimizer. Then we go into this benefit section, and we've used the nice big image on the background, which is stretched, breaking up the consistency of this design using images, not just colors. And then we've got that another little custom icons that we've created for each of the 8 benefits there, and you can see the little blue icon stands out well on that background behind it, and then we've put some little text below each of the icons. Use them icons to maybe cover some of the features of your product. And then we drop down into another testimonial here, and then directly underneath with another benefits section, similar to the steps above, but this time we're using the image, and then we've got the little product description below. So it's a different layout. You can see as we go down, we're showing their 6 benefits. You could use these to highlight maybe courses or different modules on a course, or if you had a different product which included 6 products in it, like 6 DVDs or 6 videos, you could use this to highlight each of the videos in your series. Then we drop down again into another little section here, another bullet icon, slightly different icon with a tick in it, using that same blue color. And then behind it we've got the row, the dark blue background. So it's really a nice combination of colors that complement each other, and they stand out clearly. The white font stands out. It's very easy to read as well on the eye. And then again, another testimonial below that. It's just, if you notice on this page, we're dropping in social proof throughout the page as you go down. So there's always a reinforcing that someone has given us a testimonial, or a customer is using our product or service. And you can see it's got a nice little slightly light blue background, and it just breaks it up from the darker row above and then into the white row. And this white row includes these are featured box. We've created little custom featured boxes for each of these pricing boxes. And you can edit everything in here, the text, the text you got here, the bullets below with the credit card icons, and you can also edit the button colors and things if you want as well. So these are sort of like 4 different featured boxes that we're using there. And then below that, we drop down into, eliminate any doubt that someone has in your page, answer the questions that they may have. Definitely if there's a high price product, answer the questions before they email you, and also to encourage them maybe to click through and go to your order form so they can answer if there's particular questions that you've answered here. You might have eliminated any doubt they had prior to purchasing, and they can go through and actually make a purchase after that. And that's really it. Takes us down to the bottom of this page. We just include the footer section in there. So let's just jump in the live editor. I'm going to show you this background effect. So here we are in the editor. If we open up the row here and we just go down, here's that image. You can just see it's an animated GIF. It's a transparent GIF there, and you can just see that's the effect. If I click on that, you can just see that's how small the image is, and it's just set to cover and stretch on the background. So however big the page is, that will stretch accordingly, and just gives that subtle little animated effect on the eye. You can see the little dots and that all moving throughout this page. So that's really it. It's just a simple animated GIF. You could put any animated GIF image into these rows if you've got particular images or even videos. If you can animate a video into a GIF, as long as it's not too big a file, so it doesn't take too long to load for the customer on their browser or on their device. But animated GIFs work nice for different patterns and different gradients. They give this nice little moving textured type effect that we've got on this page. So that's what I want to show you in there. Everything else, the elements, they're all available inside the Clubhouse. You can play around with this template. And as always, if you use it, we'd love to see it in action in your business.